if Kim Jong-un decides to launch a missile, whether it's across the Sea of Japan or in some other direction, he will be choosing willfully to ignore the entire international community, his own obligations that he has accepted, and it will be a provocative and unwanted act that will raise people's temperature with respect to this issue. It should, I would say ahead of time that it is a huge mistake for him to choose to do that, because it will further isolate his country and further isolate his people, who frankly are desperate for food, not missile launches, for people who are desperate for opportunity, not for a leader who wants to flex his muscles in this manner that takes everybody to a bad place. So that's the choice, clearly. And we hope he will make the right choice. I could not make more clear, and I'll reiterate it because I think it's so important. President Park of the Republic of Korea articulated to me this afternoon a bright vision, a vision of big possibilities, a vision of the potential of a non-nuclear peninsula in which the people's needs are being met, and ultimately the aspirations of Koreans are met by the possibility of reunification. So you have a peaceful option here being proffered by the president of a country affected and to the south, and you have a very different option being offered in the north. That isolation, regrettably, is going to increasingly cost the people of North Korea, and we hope that Kim Jong-un will choose otherwise. Now, with respect to the type of weapon or what they may have and the threats that he is making, let me make it clear, and this is the Pentagon's assessment that I'm giving you. It is inaccurate to suggest that the DPRK has fully tested, developed, or demonstrated capabilities that are articulated in that report. So we do not operate on the presumption that they have that fully tested and available capacity. But obviously, they have conducted a nuclear test. So there's some kind of device. But that is very different from miniaturization and delivery and from tested delivery and other things. Does it get you closer to a line that is more dangerous? Yes. And that is precisely why we are standing here together at this moment talking about the need to move in a better and different direction. And our hope is that in the next days, in my conversations in China and conversations in Japan, that we will find the unity necessary to provide a very different set of alternatives for how we can proceed and ultimately diffuse this situation. Final comment, I couldn't make it more clear from our point of view. President Obama ordered a number of exercises not to be undertaken. I think we have lowered our rhetoric significantly, and we are attempting to find a way for reasonableness to prevail here. And we are seeking a partner to deal with in a rational and reasonable way. Our hope is that the vision expressed by President Park for negotiations and for a peaceful track is the vision that we can move to quickly, because let's face it, everybody here knows this. We've got enough problems to deal with around the world, and we don't need sort of individual activities by one particular person threatening destruction and mayhem, chaos in the ways that we're seeing, no matter how based in reality it may be. The greatest danger here, we all agree, is for a mistake. The greatest danger is that something happens and there's a response to that something, and that things somehow inadvertently were to get out of control. And so we call on Kim Jong-un to recognize that this is a moment for responsible leadership, and it's a moment to try to reach for the good possibilities, not to try to guarantee the bad ones. The Republic of Korea has a peaceful civil program, and it currently provides about 30% of the power to the country. And we have great respect for the way in which Korea has managed this program, how effective it's been, and frankly, how they have really safeguarded the civil component of it. So we have great confidence in the Republic of Korea. As I explained, we are at a delicate moment with respect to this situation with the North, and we are also dealing with Iran, and are very concerned at this time about not having any ingredients that could alter our approach with respect to either of those. I feel very confident, based on the discussions that we've had. There are a number of options on the table. I'm confident that one option or another will be able to come to fruition by the time that President Park comes to Washington. I'm not going to go into the details that you asked about what are we specifically discussing, or what specific item might be an issue, because it may not be an issue, and I don't think anybody needs to negotiate publicly here. I think the Foreign Minister and I are both very confident that we're on a track, that we understand the track we're on, and that we will get where we're going, and we will continue to cooperate and work on a civil nuclear program. So that's important.